no protection. It could just mean that the coating is clogged. So some people would say you could just go ahead and put the coating on there. The coating is starting to fail. I still will polish the paint because I washed this truck about 2 weeks ago. So the best thing to do if you encounter this, before anybody asks, I gotta use this long gun because my small one is leaking, unfortunately. But what we're doing today is we're gonna do a paint enhancement and not a 1 year. We're gonna do a paint enhancement and a 5-year coating, SP3 Alpha, on this Dodge 1500. So the front of it has PPF. The rest of it was ceramic coated. Like, the coating is starting to fail. It was like a marine coating, and that could be the reason why it's starting to fail. Maybe just the type of material, you know, the truck is made out of, and it being a marine coating. So what they decided to do, just have it recoated. I'm gonna do like an APC rinse down because I washed this truck about 2 weeks ago. It's just dusty right now. There's no heavy mud on it or anything like that. So I'm gonna spray it down with some APC and then rinse it off and then go into my, and hand washing it and then coming back and going through my whole process. Right here, my IK foamer. It's not really gonna foam much because I broke the thing, but I have green all diluted 4:1. I'm just gonna spray all around the truck and then let it dwell for a little bit, then come back and rinse it off. Now y'all probably saw this truck in another video because I watch this one pretty often. Probably like once a month or once every other month or something like that. I know I had a couple people asking what to use as a pre-soak, and honestly, sometimes the best thing that you can use is a good APC, kind of like green all. I want to take this time to remind y'all about my website, monation.co. On monation.co, you'll be able to find premium microfibers. So if it's microfibers in a box, all the way to the washing towels that I use, and I even just added true all-purpose towels that you can use for polishing and even leveling the coating or the interior, whichever one you choose. But again, the website is monation.co. Anybody that makes a purchase, I really appreciate it. Thank y'all and enjoy the rest of the video. So this side has PPF, this side doesn't. You'll be able to tell the difference. See how the water sheets off, beading off, that's good. Right here it was coated, see how the water's flat? No protection, that's what that means. In some cases, whenever a vehicle is coated and it's flat like that, it could just mean that the coating is clogged. So sometimes you could do like an iron decon. I think I've seen people do like use acid a little bit to unclog it, and it'll bring back the hydrophobics of the coating. But it just all depends. So like this one, I didn't coat it, so I don't really know how that particular coating is going to react with some of the stuff that I have. So the best thing to do if you encounter this is to, if you didn't coat it, to just kind of suggest to recoat it, I guess you could say. So now what we're gonna do is go ahead and foam it down and get started with the hand wash. Damn, this smells really good too. I'm using the honeydew from Chemical Guy. So whenever you're doing like a ceramic coating or any type of polishing, this is one of those examples of it really doesn't matter like how you wash it. You don't have to do like a safe method, and the reason is because we're gonna polish it anyway. Now, if it's full of dirt and stuff like that, obviously you wanna do some type of pre-soak to try to get all that off so it doesn't get in your mitts or your towels or whatever. But if you wanna use one towel for the whole vehicle, you can. Why? Because you're gonna polish it anyway. So one new thing that I started doing is now I got a little, I don't really know what you call it. I got this little stick. It's not a mitt on a stick. I don't really know what you call it. I got it off of Amazon. So instead of moving my little step stool all over the place, I get this, I do the top of the vehicle, the windshield and all that stuff from one side. And then after I'm done, then I'll do the hand wash with like a towel. It's way more efficient than what I was doing before. Before I had to keep moving my little step stool back, move it back and go up and down, up and down. Now I just go up once or twice, hit the back, hit the top, hit the bed, and then get my towel and do my hand wash for the bottom area. Also, by doing it that way, by the time I make it to the opposite side, all I gotta do is the side of the vehicle. I don't have to worry about the top of it. So my step stool can stay on one side. And so now I'm gonna get my towel and boom. Alright, so what I'm about to spray on here is iron decon. I'm actually using the Adams one. Now this could bring the coating back. It could unclog it. But honestly, I would just feel more comfortable just recoating it, especially since I didn't coat it the first time. That way I know for sure that the coating that I have won't fail. So we're gonna let that dwell for about 5 minutes. Even after the iron removal, you can see the water is flat. So it wasn't even clogged or anything. I'm about to foam it again and use the foam as a clay lube, basically. I know there's a big discussion on whether you should do that or not. I've tried different things. I've tried the actual clay lube, I've tried quick detailing sprays, and I've tried the foam, same results. Sometimes I will say that some soap will eat at the actual clay bar. That's the only thing I have noticed. But other than that, same results. Now, the paint's not bad on this one. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and use a clay Mitt. If it had like some pretty rough paint, then I would go and use a clay bar. The reason why, the clay bar is gonna be more aggressive than a clay Mitt. This is less likely to mar the paint. In this case, it doesn't matter. We're gonna be polishing anyway, but if I was doing like a wash and wax, I would use this because it's less likely to mar the paint than a clay bar. So let's go ahead and foam this down and get the clay in. I am about to get started polishing this truck. And what I'm gonna be using is Recoat's yellow pad. I'm just gonna go ahead and pair it up with the, I don't really know, they're fine polishing compound. But it's like a medium grade compound. The paint's smooth. It really didn't have that many contaminants in it and stuff. And some people would say you could just go ahead and put the coating on there. But for me personally, I like to at least polish the paint. And the reason is because when you polish the paint, I know for sure it gives that coating a clean slate to bond to. It gives it a clean surface. So even if I do a very thorough decon, clay bar, iron decon, I still will polish the paint. You are somewhat kind of deconning the paint still. Sometimes I think it helps pull some things out that you may have missed in the clay barn and our decon stuff, which is why sometimes the pad gets kind of clogged up every now and then if you didn't do a thorough deconning. So if I do a two-step correction, a lot of times the vehicle gets like really dusty, especially from the compounder. I'll just pull it out, wash it, do the panel prep, blow out all the water as much as I can, and then apply the protection. Now, because I did an enhancement, the dusting wasn't as bad. So on this one, I'm gonna change it up and just blow it off with air, and then go ahead and just kind of dust it pretty much. So what I like to do is one side, I'm gonna level it with a towel. And then I'm gonna flip it over to a clean side and go ahead and buff it again to get any excess left over. And then I'm gonna use the same side to level the next panel.